I'm just sitting here. I woke up really upset, just like crying since I woke up like 2 hours ago, just like the whole time for like no reason. I don't know. I feel upset about a bunch of things and like afraid, and I don't know. I suspect that the system's going to start like killing off people that I know in my family. People who know the truth and who won't lie. And that's happened before. Like, whenever I tried to seek political refugee status in Russia and I got held by the US government feigning to be Russia. I got questioned on a bunch of things, and there were some people that were witnesses to some of the abuses that happened to me in my childhood and my adulthood, and those people, whenever I got out of America feigning to be Russian prison, those people died in like homicides, suicides. And like that's happened a lot. Anytime people are witnesses, like I've identified people as witnesses, these 3 people in 2008 or 7, and all 3 of them died in the space of like 2 of them died at one time. And then the 3rd one died a month later of a heart attack in his front yard. So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, I know that my birth certificate is total, complete bullshit. But I have to have an ID and I have to exist. I mean, otherwise, like, you can't eat, you can't get even, like, any benefits, like food, even. Like, you'll starve to death. But I feel like people just suddenly, like, dying, I feel like that's probably not a real thing. Just, I don't know. Like, I get told that people died and go to their funerals and things, but it's a little, I know it's a little too Truman Show-ish, but I don't think the government really kills that many people. I mean, if I'm ever in court, I'll be subpoenaing like 15 fucking dead people. I'm sorry for cursing. I'm trying not to do that. I like try to get rid of saying bad, like not good words when I became a Christian, and then like lately I've been just like falling back into it for whatever reason. Anyway, so publicly sharing the fact that I think that the system and the government's probably going to start killing off some of my friends and family. Maybe if I say it publicly, it won't happen. It'll probably just piss me off more if it still does happen. I don't know. I just encourage all of you who are listening and to not live in TV land. To not tell yourself that you live in a world that you were told you live in, but to live in the world that you've experienced and that you know and that you are familiar with. And there's really not much more to be done about it than that. It's so weird. That's a totally new shadow. I think some of that is some of what has like really jacked me up in my life. Is like people telling me like what a normal world is, and then like compared to my own experience. And this it's kind of, yeah. I think like people that have been in the same situation as me kind of all go through some of the similar emotional transitions of like, well, it can't be the whole world. That must mean it's me. There's something wrong with my brain or my mind. And then you live a little bit longer and you're like, it's a whole world. Maybe everyone has been through what I've been through. It's probably somewhere in the middle of both things. Like, not like extremes aren't usually true most of the time. But that a lot of people have probably experienced a lot of similar things as I have. Maybe they just didn't, like, no one told them. Or maybe they didn't figure out that there was a system actually involved in harming them. Sorry, someone's walking by. Or I don't know, there was a long period of time where I didn't understand why a lot of the abuses that happened to me happened, and I like really blamed the people that were involved, even though like if no one was willing to be a part of my life, I would have just been shot. And that was probably what was intended to happen anyways. The system doesn't like witnesses, especially here we're going to talk about shit like the government vetting people to be in high-ranking positions by making them rape children and kill them. Welcome to America.